right, everybody. Happy Christmas week. We are live on location. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Good to see everybody this morning. Excited to get this week started. So, our word for today, sorry for being a little bit late, Andrea. Our word for today is increase. Increase. So, and I'll tell you, this was really good once I dove into it. Andrea, do you know who gave us this word?
You sent it to me, and you said it was a request.
Someone gave us this
one of
word.
you beautiful humans.
Yes. So if you look at the definition, it's become or make better in size, amount, intensity, or degree. An instance of growing or making better. All things surrounding the word increase. Similar words are boost, development, expansion, gain. So I love this word going into 2023. It's like, what do you want to increase in your life? I know I got my wants. Okay, what's yours? So maybe you can put it in the comments if you feel froggy this morning to do that. So I love this because we say this a lot on the Coach's Corner, that we were put on this earth to thrive, not survive. Maybe put a 1 in the comments if you believe that. Like, we were put on this earth to thrive, not to survive. Like, we have this dash. What are we doing with it? And I came across this quote that said, life is given for increase. And I thought, man, that's so much like what we say. We were put here to thrive, not to survive. Life is given for increase. So just really quick, I put things to do to increase my life in 2023. Things I can do. Number 1, I can write my story every day. There's got to be somebody that woke up today on the Coach's Corner that just didn't feel good. Maybe there were some negative thoughts creeping in your head. Maybe you're like, I got shopping to do and it's not done, and I feel anxiety because I'm not all prepared. Like somebody woke up this morning and was like, whoo, good thoughts weren't rolling through your head. So I hope this is encouragement that I want to write my story every day because I'm the owner of my life. How do I want that day to look? My thoughts lead to what? My actions. They just lead to my actions. My thoughts lead to my actions. What I put out in the universe comes back to me. It magnetizes to me. So, number 2, identify what's happening if you're stuck. Are you on a health journey right now? Are you stuck? Is the scale stuck? Maybe you're training for something and you're stuck. Maybe your finances are stuck. I don't know. But here's where I went with the word stuck. And remember, these are things to increase your life. Increase my life. Stop, look around, and listen to yourself. Like sometimes I can find myself, if I'm stuck, I just start complaining, creating excuses, getting mad at people, getting mad at me. Rather, why don't I just stop, look around? Who's the top 5 people I'm hanging around? What do they sound like? Like listen to myself. What's the things I can do to get me over this hump? Number 3, focus on right now. If I want to increase in my life, I got to focus on the present. So many times I focus on the past, what I've lost, what happened, what I used to be, all of those things on the past. Focus on the present to increase, not the past. Number 4, get better at time management. We've been talking about that. Like, I got to plan my work and work my plan. What is it going into the new year? And then last, challenge my negative thoughts. We've all got them. They all speak to us. Some of you, they spoke to you this morning. So here's the thing, I got to challenge it. What does that mean? Focus on evidence rather than the thought itself. So here's an example. Oh man, somebody at work don't like me. I could tell their tone the other day. And so my thought takes me to this place. But if I back up, stop a minute, look at the evidence, is there really any evidence that supports that that person does not like me, or that person's mad at me, or that, no, it just becomes this internal voice in my head that if I stop and reason with it and back it with evidence, it could go away. So those are my surroundings around things I can do this year to increase in my life. So hope that helped and added value.
Yes, coach, I love that one. And the quote that I found was, don't decrease the goal, increase the efforts. So I am going to talk about the things that we can increase in the new year. So, I know we're trying to focus on like wrapping up 22 and moving on to 23. And I might have been the person you were talking about that woke up in like the weird, like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do, blah, 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 blah. But I'm getting my dome right, as you would say, and I'm getting back on track. So thanks for that. So, but what I talked about was what we can increase. So I'm going to say the first thing that we can increase is our care. Now, what does that mean? Well, increase our care for ourselves. Are you nourishing your body? Are you getting the rest that you need? Are you taking beautiful supplements to renew yourself? Are you taking care of you? Because going back to what we hear everywhere is that oxygen mask. If we want to have a phenomenal 23, not only for ourselves, but for the people that we love, we got to take care of ourselves so that we can love on and take care of everybody else. Next is our attention. So, okay, what can we increase our attention on? Well, I'd say, first of all, your intuition. We all know in our gut the people we should surround ourselves with. We all know in our gut the behaviors that we should be doing to increase our business. We all know in our gut what we need to be doing in our budget. We all know these things, but sometimes we choose to put on those blinders and not pay attention to the things that maybe are holding us back or are limiting us in some way. So pay attention. Next, we should increase our gratitude. The more we are grateful for, the more we have to be grateful for. I love when I wake up in a better mindset, when I wake up and I list the things that I'm like, oh my goodness, I love the feel of these sheets. And I'm so grateful that I have my puppy here and my babies are under the same roof. And oh, there's going to be coffee downstairs when I get there. And you can think of in the first like 30 seconds of your day, you can think of so many things to be grateful for. And when we start the day that way, man, doesn't it feel better than starting the day with the to-do list? So increase your gratitude. Next is your generosity. Let's all increase our generosity in this coming year. And I'm not just talking about money, though. If you can, bless. And Coach got me yesterday because, well, anyway, he was talking about how it was getting cold. And the only thing that he could think of is the weather gets down. I'll get emotional, goodness gracious. But as the weather and the temperatures drop, he can't stop thinking about the homeless people and that there's people out there that aren't blessed to have a roof over their head. So if we're in a position and maybe our extra, like $10 isn't going to hurt my grocery budget this week. So I go find somebody to bless with $10. Maybe our wiggle room in our budget is bigger. Maybe it's smaller. I don't know what it is, but maybe we can give a little bit for that, but also be generous with our time. There's people that love us that we're given 2 minutes to instead of the whatever amount of time that they truly deserve. There's people that, in our life that we could smile more at. And it might be just a stranger walking down the street. And, there's just so many ways that we can be generous with our spirit. So be generous this coming year. Next is with our action. So increase our action. If we want more, we've got to do more. So find the places that you want more and figure out what action you can take to increase in order to have an incredible 23. Next one, I'm going to say our play. Let's all increase our play. Wouldn't it be fun? That's my favorite word. I say it all the time. Wouldn't it be fun though to close next year, right? So let's fast forward, not wishing our life away, but let's fast forward 12 more months, because we're going to blink and we're going to be moving into 24. And if we look back at every month that we think about all the moments that we played with our loved ones, we played with our dogs, we played and played, maybe even with strangers, we went and played pickleball, whatever it may be. But think of the moments that we played. Wouldn't that be a great, memory book to put through and focus on? So let's increase our play this year. And then lastly, let's increase our connections, our community, the people that we have in our circle. Let's increase that. Let's add one more person to the fold, right? Let's love on one additional human, or maybe love more on the humans that we have there, but let's increase the connections. And with that, we have a connection right here. And Coach, I know you know this, but you might not have seen your text message this morning for the reminder, which was your clue right there, to glance at your text message and see your reminder. But we have a song to sing that's a little perfectly timely because we weren't here yesterday.
Absolutely, absolutely. And actually, this gentleman, I actually sent him a message yesterday of happy birthday, and it's Anthony Moreland. So I don't know. Okay, well, we've all got to chime in right here. So,
okay, then I'm going to unmute everybody.
all right, happy birthday to you.
God bless.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Anthony.
God bless you,
Anthony.
Happy birthday to you.
We gotta practice in the happy birthday. We're gonna practice.
Love
Anthony,
you,
happy
Anthony
birthday.
Moreland. Happy birthday, buddy.
You, Anthony.
Happy birthday,
Wonderful, awesome
man.
day.
Love you,
everybody.
Anthony.